Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going straight into the nuts and bolts of a single piece of hardware.
Just one device.
Yeah, the NTI VOPEX-DVI4K-2. It's a 2-port 4K DVI HDMI video splitter. Our mission is to really figure out the trade-offs behind a reliable $155 commercial unit like this.
And that's the key, isn't it? It's about how it bridges older tech with new displays.
For sure.
I mean, if you're a systems integrator or you're running digital signage, you need something that just works.
Yeah.
It has to push the same Ultra HD 4K image to two screens at once without any hiccups.
It's all about stability.
Exactly. Distribution stability.
Okay, so let's start with the performance numbers. This device, it definitely pushes high resolution.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking full Ultra HD 4K by 2K, so that's 3840 by 2160, and it even supports the 2K cinema standard.
And this is really the key insight we found. It only hits those 4K resolutions at 24 hertz or 30 hertz.
Okay, so there's the trade-off.
There it is. When you're using older infrastructure, like DVI, or just aiming for maximum compatibility with, say, HDMI 1.4a, you sacrifice that 60 hertz smoothness.
Which, for static digital signage, probably isn't a deal breaker.
For a lot of applications, it's a perfectly fine compromise for rock-solid stability.
Right. That brings us to the connectivity, which I think is the most clever part. The physical ports are female DVI, but the box says it passes HDMI audio and video through that port. How does DVI even carry audio?
Well, it's a very smart use of the DVI standard. See, a DVI connector has pins for both digital and analog signals.
Unlike DVI-D, which is just digital.
Exactly. Now, DVI itself doesn't carry audio, but the splitter is designed to interpret that whole digital stream as if it were a full HDMI signal, which includes the audio data.
So it's basically treating a DVI connector like an HDMI port.
That's a good way to put it. The only thing you need to remember is that you have to use a specific DVI to HDMI cable if your source is HDMI.
And once you're set up,
it's totally multi-platform. Windows, macOS, Linux.
Yeah.
It just doesn't care.
Okay, let's talk about the handshake. When you plug a display in, how does the source know what resolution and rate to send? This is where the commercial standards really matter.
This is where reliability is engineered into the hardware. It meets three big standards: DVI 1.0, HDMI 1.4a, and HDCP 1.3 for content protection.
But the real magic is in the digital negotiation, right?
It is. It supports the DVC2 protocol, which is, the standard for a source and display to talk to each other. But on top of that, it has ED learning.
So what's the practical benefit of ED learning for you listening?
It means true plug and play. The splitter actually reads and stores the ideal settings for your specific monitor.
So it stops those frustrating unsupported signal errors.
It prevents those black screens that you get with cheaper hardware, absolutely. It's why the device is also TA compliant, so it meets U.S. government standards.
And if you need more than 2 displays,
you could just cascade them, link multiple units together. It's built to scale.
Speaking of being built for toughness, we know this is a tool for non-stop environments. What else confirms that?
Well, look at the regulatory approvals. It's got CE and RoHS, and it's rated to operate from 32 all the way up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a pretty wide range.
It is. The key takeaway here is that this NTI splitter is engineered for compliance and stability above all else. It prioritizes reliability over, say, the highest possible frame rate.
Which raises a really interesting question for you to think about. This device, it successfully uses older DVI infrastructure to drive modern 4K applications.
But at the cost of that 30 hertz refresh rate.
Exactly. So as screen technology keeps advancing, are we getting to a point where even for stable things like digital signs, that drop from 60 hertz to 30 hertz is just no longer an acceptable trade-off? Something to think about until our next deep dive?